Welcome to Calvin, the Digital Creative School. Hello, we are back at it again with Create Together. We just wrapped up our Krita Stable Diffusion AI workshop. I hope some of you guys watched it. I think it's I think it's a really useful tool. If you haven't seen it yet, you can stream it. If you're a student member, if you get a student membership through Patreon, you can watch it in the past classes section. But today, right now, we're going to watch. Wait, does the camera can the camera frame me? Oh yeah, this is better. We're gonna look at some student submissions. Let's see what we got today. I'm still struggling a little bit with getting my Wacom tablet to work. It's not all the programs support it. It's a bit frustrating sometimes. All right, let's go. Let's go to the submissions here. Okay, cool. Oh, Strax finished an animation. Let's see. He says, been working on this for the last 2 weeks. Special thanks for Spliffium and with lighting help and Calva with simulation guide. Really looks cool and way better than any other project I've done. But still open for constructive criticism, striving to get better with every project. Software, Blender, Ambigin and After Effects. Awesome. Alright, yeah, let's check it out, man. Really excited to see this. I remember me helping you with slow motion kind of like muscle flare, so yeah, let's check it out.
Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability.
Really good. That's a really nice shot. Yeah. The lighting also looks really nice on the gun here.
Across continents, a covert conflict simmers
let me turn down the volume a little bit.
beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark.
I feel like he could be lit much darker, because right now like it's very obvious that he's a CG character. Maybe if you had less, I mean the lighting in general is not very flattering right now. Like if you did a bit more of a classic 3-point light setup with like a lot of shadow cast by the nose onto his cheek here, and maybe like maybe the other side. No, if this side was darker, I think it would look very cool, much cooler. Like if this side was dark and we had a little bit of a highlight on his eyes here. Yeah, I think there's a lot of improvement possible on this shot here, lighting him.
ignited in secrecy.
That looks cool. I think it feels a bit flat. Like I think if the camera angle was if the lens was a bit wider, I think the shot would feel a little bit more deep. Or maybe if we had a little bit more detail in the background that's like passing by, we would get a little bit more depth. Because like as I always say, I like to try to get a foreground, midground and background element, right? So it really feels like the image has a lot of depth. And right now we mostly only have a midground. Like we have a tiny bit of a foreground element here with a hand. So I guess that's fine. If we just added a little bit in the background, like stuff passing by, I think it would feel much deeper. Oh, Keanu says, hey Kelva, glad you're back. How are your grandparents? Thanks for asking. Yeah, they're fine. We actually had a good time. They weren't able to do much. We were mostly just going out to eat and meet for breakfast, so they weren't able to walk around a lot, but it was really nice spending time with them. Thanks for asking. Okay, and this shot is actually really cool. I really like the glow that you added. It's very tasteful. Very tasteful glow. Also the camera move works pretty well. It's got The framing is really nice with the gun, with the bullet and everything. I feel like it's maybe a little low in the frame, maybe. I feel like if the top of the gun was more like here, I feel like it would feel a bit more balanced. It's fine though. It's not bad framing. Yeah, this shot is definitely the highlight of the whole movie. I also think the beginning is a bit lit and a bit flat, a bit too flat. I like all the detail on the gun here though. Like, I'm not sure if you modded the whole gun by yourself, but there's a lot of cool detail with like the imperfections and the text on it being like stamped in 3-dimensionally. I wish the floor here feels a bit flat, you know, like it's the shadows feel, or like the shading on it feels a bit flat. Maybe it's because you used normal maps instead of like displacement, instead of real displacement. Because I think you did, because in comparison to the shadows of the gun moving around, right? Like the shadows and the light is obviously moving around, but the kind of like the detail on the floor is barely changing. So yeah, if you had more detail on the floor, I think it would be cool. And I think also that's something you could fix in post and color grading, or already in 3D, is if the light was more centered on the center, and the outside of the shot was getting darker, right? Because right now it continues, but there's not. It feels a bit repetitive, right? As if I don't think the texture is actually repeating, but it feels a bit repetitive on what we see here. So if we had just a little bit of a gradient of the light, I think it would feel much deeper, much more detailed. But yeah, these gunshots, these last two gunshots are really cool. I like these a lot. Yeah, man. I mean, great work so far. Great work on this. The fire here looks also really cool. How it like pushes out with the gun. I wish there was like sparks happening. That would add a lot to the power of the shot. I think if there was like sparks flying around from the shot, or like maybe some like debris, like tiny little specks coming off of the bullet as it travels. That would add a lot. But like how the smoke comes out of the hole here, the last kind of like as the fire dissipates, it looks really nice. Yeah, man. All in all, really good work. I like this a lot. You also submitted, I see, some of your sounds. Let's see. I used AI to create text-to-speech. I kind of like it, but it's not coarse enough for the type of project I'm working on. Basically, it's a Call of Duty briefing screen concept, sending in the files. If you can maybe take a look at it and improve the overall sound. I tried some audition effects, but I have a feeling I've overdone it and also degraded the quality. It's done in 3 parts because AI wouldn't take that long script. Also sending my edit for reference, all parts combined into one file. Alright, cool, let's try it. I like sound design and music creation a lot. It's a lot of fun for me, but I'm not a professional. But we're actually gonna have a class by Jan for sound design at some point, probably pretty soon. Like people. Oh yeah, if you're a student, this is something new I added. We have this. You will have access to the classes planned part here. And then you can see at all the kind of like workshops and classes I have planned. And if you like the one that's interesting to you, I know what I should focus on delivering, right? Because at the moment, the practical lighting for CG has a lot of likes. Using Unreal Engine 5, photorealism in CG, and sound design. Those are the most voted right now. So I'll try to focus on getting those workshops to you guys as soon as possible. Alright, so I just downloaded your sound projects here. Alright, I think I'm going to give it a shot in... Actually, I want to give it a shot in Resolve first, because I mean, the end goal is to like have one one tool that it can do it all, right? So I just want to like see how far I can get with Resolve, and then if I feel like I'm limited, I want to try out FL Studio or even Bitwig. So the cool thing about FL Studio is that it's really got a ton of effects and presets. Like you can just get lost in testing out stuff in there. But Resolve also has a very solid audio workspace. So yeah, let's just get in here. Let's see if we can just drag and drop it in. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's see, solo this.
Shadows crept unnoticed. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity.
Okay, this is what you did. This is...
Now they echo.
Oh, okay, I gotta set up so we have stereo here. I think that was... So the problem is that the file that I got is only mono, right? It's only one side of the headphones. So if I play it here, it's
Now they
playing it only on the left side. I think there's a way to add a mono track here and then put those in the mono. That way it should play it on both.
In the silence of peace.
Yeah, there we go. I'm also going to remove empty tracks. Cool. Alright, so
In the silence of peace,
unedited.
shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate.
Wait, let me check if I have the...
In the silence of peace, shadows flicked simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to
Alright, that's about right. I just need to move it back a little bit.
across continents. A covert conflict simmers beneath the facade.
That's fine, that's fine. Then this is around here.
As the dust settles, the landscape
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
is secrecy,
Alright, let's see what you did here.
threatens to unravel.
Do we have a... Do we actually have a waveform in here? Do we have a waveform? That would be very useful. Monitoring. I want to see a waveform. Is that not super easy?
Unravel the fragile.
I thought that would be a standard thing.
Threads of international stability, the fate of nations.
Kind of strange. Effects. EQ. Here we go. Okay, can we open this up somehow? Ah, yeah, there we go.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed.
But we don't actually see
Our sanctuaries
real-time
were once
feedback on
pillars
what's
of
being played
serenity.
or not. Alright.
Now they
Okay, I'm gonna go with FL Studio. I think it's gonna be much more fun to do some sound design in there. Alright. Port them again. Oops. Oh damn, does FL Studio even support touch screen? Because I guess not, because I can't really move them around. Alright, so part 1, part 2, part 3.
in the silence of across continents, a covert conflict Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a
Okay, cool. So,
in the
check
silence
this
of
out
peace,
again.
shadows crept unnoticed. In the silence of peace.
Okay, you definitely made it more boomy. Let me make some space here. We don't need this thing here at all. You just need the mixer and the sequencer. Whoa, whoa, why is the mixer so long? Damn. Can't even get to the effects that way.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark ignites.
Here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna try out a few things here. First of all, we need to connect these to a mixer. So I'm gonna go just track 1 here, track 1.
In the silence of peace.
Okay, now we got it here, and we can add our effects on top of the track 1. I'm gonna start with EQ. Is that a cool way? EQ. It's all EQ. EQO. Wait, that's a cool. That's a better equalizer. Wait, where's the cool equalizer? Thought there was a cool equalizer I used. Fruity, parametric, EQ. Yeah, this one.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed.
Alright, I'm just gonna.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the whole.
Oh my god. What is happening?
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed.
You can't just type in the effect you want in here.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos.
I guess I'm just used to Bitwig. I've been using mostly Bitwig for the last months. Maybe we should just try it out in there, because I'm Fruity Loops has like a lot of effects, but I just noticed it's actually much easier to like try out stuff in Bitwig. Sorry for switching programs so much. Let's do that again. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Oh wait, why is it so much?
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once
Oh, it's changing the tempo. I see. Can I? Oh, that's interesting. It automatically tried to calculate the tempo. Okay, that's something else that's happening. Mode. I don't want to stretch it. Is there a way to import it without it being stretched? Ah, with shift, I think. I think that's what that does. Okay, let's try that again. Import it with holding down shift. That doesn't look correct. No, that doesn't actually do anything. Wait, okay, let me quickly Google that. Bitwig import audio without stretching. Settings behavior. Settings somewhere. Pitch correction. Okay, in the settings. Behavior. Long, I see. So this is probably that. No synchronization, okay. Interesting. Alright, I think that's it. Let's try to import it again. Yeah, that looks correct. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool.
In the silence of peace, shadows in the silence, a covert across continents, across
continents.
Across continents, a covert. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed.
Cool, we got it. Okay, I'm gonna reset that back to the setting though, because I don't want to always have that happen.
In the
Alright, let's do that again. Alright, and then I'm gonna open this and we can add our effects in here. Okay, first of all, let's do a EQ again. EQ plus, yes.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the halls of governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could lead us into chaos. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a tableau of lost innocence and the heavy cost of unchecked ambition. The echoes of conflict are not just haunting reminders of the past. They underscore that the future is ours to shape, through wisdom or further folly. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder,
This sounds really interesting.
Struggle for dominance,
Fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the halls of
governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could lead us into chaos. The landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a tableau of lost innocence and the heavy cost of unchecked ambition. The echoes of conflict are not just haunting reminders of the past. They underscore that the future is ours to shape.
Through wisdom or further folly, in the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of
Trying to
serenity.
give it like
Now
a
they echo with the whispers of
growly
impending
quality.
doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery
So I'm
and
gonna give
hate.
it a little bit of a
Across
atmosphere.
continents,
So I'm
a
gonna
covert
use
conflict simmers
reverb.
beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the halls of governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could
This
lead us
sounds
into
pretty
chaos.
interesting.
As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a tableau of lost innocence and the heavy cost of unchecked ambition. The echoes of conflict are not just haunting
It
reminders
sounds
of the
interesting,
past.
like a
They underscore that the future
like a
is
big
ours to
broadcast
shape.
through a city.
Through wisdom or further
Let's
folly,
make
in the
it
silence
less
of peace,
intense.
shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade.
Yo,
of
Killua,
diplomacy.
what's up? Welcome
A
back.
single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power. This relentless has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could lead us into chaos. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a tableau of lost innocence and the heavy cost of unchecked
I
ambition.
think that sounds pretty interesting.
The echoes of conflict are not just haunting reminders of the past. They underscore that the future is ours to shape. Through wisdom or further folly, in the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the halls of governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could lead us into chaos. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a tableau of lost innocence and the heavy cost of unchecked ambition. The echoes of conflict are not just haunting reminders of the past. They underscore that the future is ours to shape. Through wisdom or further folly, in the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once
okay,
pristine,
okay.
now stand as
That
a
sounds
silent
pretty
harbinger
interesting.
of the chaos to...
Killua says I have like a car from SketchUp, but the texture quality is ass. Is there a way to upscale it and bring it back in? But then I have to fix the UV map, right? No, the texture you can upscale as much as you want, the UV will always stay, as long as the aspect ratio is not changed, the UV will always work. Damn, so much spam here.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed.
Okay, so this is
Our
original.
sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars.
I mean, it's got definitely more character. I'm not sure if this is what he's looking for, but yeah, I'll send it to him. Let's see what he thinks. Kilo asks, do you have a great tool to upscale the image? I personally always use Gigapixel, Topaz Gigapixel AI. I don't have it installed right now, but there's also an online upscaler that I've heard is very good. It was something with waifu, like waifu upscaler or something. Waifu 2x. Yeah, this one. Yeah, you could try this one out. I've heard it's made for upscaling waifus and anime stuff, but it's actually supposedly really good for anything. Let's see if it actually works. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat. Not sure if it works. Wait, it says maximum 5 megabytes. That should be... I just uploaded, should be lower than that. Yeah. 2 times. Okay, it's doing something. How can I save the image texture? Oh, you mean outside, like out of Blender? You have to unpack it. If you just want to export one image texture, you can just open it up in the image viewer inside of Blender and then press Alt S to export it, right? So for example, let's just open up a recent project, Frogwave. So for example, I've got my frog texture here, right? Frog color. And I just need to open it up in the image editor. Where is that? Image editor. I'll just paste the name in here and then you got it. And then you can press Alt S. Oh shit, now it saved it. Okay, if it's already saved externally, it's overwriting it, but otherwise you can go to image and save as, and then you can just save it anywhere, right? And yeah, then edit it. And then if you overwrite it, it should just use the overwritten version. Otherwise, you can, of course, import the new version again and connect it, replace it. Yeah, that's how you would do it. Okay, waifu is not loading my image right now. Let's try a different one. Does this work? Okay, let me know if it works for you. It doesn't seem to work for me right now. It's okay.
In the silent.
I want to read his description again. What he was going for with this. Basically, it's a Call of Duty briefing screen concept, sending in the files. Maybe take a look and improve the sound, the overall sound. I tried some audition effects, feeling it's overdone and also degraded the quality. I mean, it definitely, I mean, my version also sounds like it's kind of like degraded, but I did that to like give it more character.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of
Maybe the
serenity.
echo's actually a bit too much.
Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a
Ooh,
silent
that
harbinger
sounds
of
very
the chaos
epic.
to come. What was once peace has devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert
this actually
conflict
gives it a
simmers
nice
beneath
quality.
the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the halls of governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could lead us into chaos. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. What remains is a tableau of lost innocence and the heavy cost of unchecked ambition.
Too. Like right now it's
The echoes
mono.
of conflict are not just haunting
Now it's on
reminders of the
stereo.
past. They underscore that the future is ours to shape. Through wisdom or further folly. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the
gives it a
actions
cool
of a
quality.
hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power,
Alright, I think that
casts
sounds pretty
long
interesting.
shadows over the halls of governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of
Oh,
alliance.
nice. Kilo says the upscaler works. Awesome.
Folly. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players.
Ooh, yeah, that upscale is way better. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that upscaler worked really well for you. That's way better. Nice, nice. Happy I could help.
Their folly. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars. Folly. In the silence of peace. In the silence of peace. In the silence of peace. In the silent. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the whispers of impending doom. The halls of order, once pristine, now stand as a silent harbinger of the chaos to come. What was once peace has now devolved into a realm of treachery and hate. Across continents, a covert conflict simmers beneath the facade of diplomacy. A single spark, ignited in secrecy, threatens to unravel the fragile threads of international stability. The fate of nations now hinges on the actions of a hidden few. As the world teeters on the brink of disorder, the dark ambitions of unseen players emerge. A struggle for dominance, fueled by greed and the lust for power, casts long shadows over the halls of governance. This relentless pursuit has fractured the once solid ground of alliances, exposing vulnerabilities that could lead us into chaos. As the dust settles, the landscape is starkly transformed. In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of
In the silence of
weird sound in the background. I mean, it's very atmospheric. I like it. I'll just send it back and see what he thinks. Yeah, how's this called again? What is he calling this? Strax. Operation Eclipse. Strax. Operation Part 1, sound design. What's not available? Why not? Is these things here? What? What's the problem? The name is not valid. What the hell? Why is this not valid? What? Is this this thing? Ah, yeah, okay. It's so annoying.
In the silence of peace.
Okay, I'm gonna export this, see what he thinks. Export audio. Wave. Yes, let's just do MP3, that's good enough. I'm just gonna put it in downloads for now.
In the silence of peace, shadows crept unnoticed. Our sanctuaries were once pillars of serenity. Now they echo with the... Across continents on the darkly ours to shape. Through wisdom or further folly. In the silence...
Alright, yeah, that's it. I'm not sure if this is what you want, but I hope he gives me feedback and then we can maybe push it in the direction he likes. Alright. My man. Killer says, do you know how to dirt up a car with some shaders? Dirt up a car. There's probably a lot of ways you could dirt up a car. What's your plan? What's happening with the car? You want to add bird shit? You want to have like mud? Or just kind of like dust on top. There's a lot of different ways you can, different types of dirt, I guess. I sent you the video. I want to remake a Discord. All right, send it over.
In the silence of peace.
Right, yeah, I definitely like Bitwig the most. Yeah, from like trying. Yeah, I've been using Bitwig for a year now, I think, and I've been using FL Studio for, I don't know, like 10 years already. But yeah, there were always things that rubbed me the wrong way about FL Studio, just like it felt clunky. And then I tried out Bitwig and it all made sense almost immediately, so yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, that's very dirty, yeah. Oh my god, that's so dirty. Such a cool video. Yeah, that's a lot of different dirt layers happening on top of there. I don't think you're gonna... I mean, some of these things you can definitely do procedural or with a single texture, like the raindrops. I think you can simulate pretty well procedurally. But the dust and like the... Yeah, I mean, this dust here is so detailed. It feels like it's almost painted on there. I mean, the texture on the windshield is definitely custom made. Like, it's nice. How would you do this procedurally? Way too complicated. Yeah, no, like the dirt here below the light, like it's so detailed. It's definitely a specific texture painted in that part. So I would say if you want to go in a similar direction as this, I would say get some nice, like, how's it called? Patterns? Like, damn, how's it called again? Let me open my Blender here. And Blender is not the best in when it comes to texture painting. It can do the basics, but it's not really the very best if you want to paint. Why is it so laggy? Okay, that's better. Let's see. Texture paint. Brushes. Oh yeah, brushes. So you definitely want to get a good dirt brush. I guess, let's see. Fingerprint. Oh, this could work, yeah. So you want to get a brush like this, and then I would just, create a new texture and paint the dirt on top of the car where you really want it to be. Kind of like, try to make that work. Let's see if I can quickly try to make that. I'm not doing texture painting too often, just sometimes when it's necessary. Here's a new one. Make this twice as big. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I guess this already kind of works. I can use this to like paint detail on top. Yeah, I would just go with this, just like paint it on the top where you feel like it makes sense. Especially like in crevices and stuff. Like you can definitely also add some stuff procedurally with the ambient occlusion shader node, but I don't know, I would say just try out painting it, because it could be quicker and you getting the result you really want even faster at the end. Yeah, there's also a way to like randomize this texture, right? Jitter. Oh, this jumps all over the place now. Also a cool, like an easy way to paint here is like if you just click on it, right, it adds it, but if you press down Control, it removes it again, which is just as useful to add detail. Yeah, man, I would give that a shot. Try that, and then you can add that on top of the original shader, right, as a diffuse, right? So like it looks like the dirt is diffusing the light and diffusing the reflections. All right, let me see. Is there any other submissions from the students? I don't think there's anything new. Something I did. The sword. Android, yeah. Let's see. Wait, this is a bit older, but I wasn't sure what to do with this. Let's see. I just dropped some materials from the Blender kit, but I want to put this in my portfolio, and probably I'll retexture it someday when I get time, but I really don't know how should I present the sword. I had an idea of showing the sword inside a cave at night with some moon rays coming from top, night flies and stuff. Wait, is this still available? I think this was some while ago. Oh, yeah, it's not available anymore. Alright. Okay. Yeah, cool. That's the submissions from the students for today. If you're a student, make sure that you submit your stuff. I really want to help you every day to like, solve your problems and improve on something that you want to learn. And if you're not a student, I just enabled the ability for you to get a Patreon membership for 7 days as a trial. Right, I'll show you how it looks like. I think it's a pretty cool way, because I noticed that my whole concept here of this interactive school is a little bit hard to... It's a little bit different, right? So I think it's a bit hard to understand for most people. So I added this 7-day free trial here, right? So yeah, if you're not sure what you will actually get or if it will help you, you can just start the free 7-day trial and get all the features, and then after the 7 days you can see if it actually helped you, if you want to continue doing it or not. Yes, that's it. So yeah, make sure to go to the Patreon, check it out, and yeah, and even for you guys who just want to support me a little bit, the supporter role for €3 a month is already really nice, really helpful for me. So yeah, anything helps. Killer says, some people told me to get Quixel or Megascan. I don't know how it's called, but how do I download the models or textures? Because for me, it tells me it's only for Unreal. I'm pretty sure, I mean, do I have it installed right now? Megascan, Quixel. I don't have it installed. Wait, how is it called? Bridge? Oh, it's called Bridge. Yeah, I have it installed. Let's see. I did use it with Blender in the past, and it is pretty straightforward. Okay, the library path is wrong. Let's see. Assets, Quixel. Here we go. Export target Blender, yes. Alright, let's see if it works. Okay, so we got Quixel here, Junkyard. Let's see if we can just get this over. I need to sign in. Alright, let me do that real quick. That's the wrong password. Damn, what's the password I used for this? I don't remember. Shit. I don't remember my password. I'm pretty sure though, if you log in through Epic Games, through your Epic account, that you get everything for free. It's just like under the user conditions, I'm pretty sure it says that you're only allowed to use the Epic account, or like if you download and use the assets through an Epic account, you're only allowed to use them commercially in Unreal Engine projects. So if you use them in Blender and stuff, it's only allowed for non-commercial projects. So that's the catch as far as I know. But yeah, and I don't know my Epic login right now, so I can't show it off right now. But I'll set it up again, and then we can try it out on a later time. But it's definitely a really good database. Just not super sure how you use the textures right now. For me, it always gives me this error when I sign in with every account I have, even when I create a new one. What? Okay, that's strange. I've never seen that. That's super weird. Have you Googled that? It seems like a software bug or something, installation error or something. Guys, I was thinking of continuing the how's it called? Kinetic Rush challenge from Clint also today, but I don't think I want to stream that long today because I already did a lot of meetings and calls today, and I just arrived back home yesterday, so I want to clean up everything a little bit, get everything organized. But this is basically what we did last time. We sculpted this guy in virtual reality, and I'm also thinking of basically creating the whole scene, like creating everything in VR, right? Like sculpting everything in VR and then putting it in Blender here, I think it could make for a pretty unique looking style. Yeah. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream for today. Make sure that you send in stuff into the submissions, the soon submissions on Discord. That way I can help you guys much better in an interactive way. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the Create Together and the AI workshop earlier. So yeah, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.